Well, at the state capitol today, a push for ranked choice voting. 5 cities in Minnesota already do it. Now there's an idea to make it statewide. Gordon Severson is live at the state capitol tonight to explain how it all works. Gordon?
Hey, Randy, right now when you go to vote, you fill out that tiny little circle next to your favorite candidate. But with ranked choice voting, not only do you vote for your top choice, but also your second, your third, and so on. So that if none of the candidates can achieve a majority of the votes, there's a system in place that can help determine a winner without having a separate runoff election.
Good afternoon.
House and Senate Democrats are trying to make Minnesota the third state in the nation to have ranked choice voting after Maine and Alaska. Nevada is also looking at the idea and could join that list later this year.
Ranked choice voting is the best step we can take to reduce extremism and division.
Senate author Kelly Morrison says that's because ranked choice voting would force candidates to focus more on the issues than bashing their opponents during their campaign.
If I, as a candidate, need to court you as a voter for a second choice, the last thing I want to do is tell you how bad your first choice is.
Gene Massey with the advocacy group Fair Vote Minnesota says this change would apply to all state and federal elections in Minnesota and would open the door for small community elections as well.
A school district, a city, a county to use ranked choice voting if they so wish. It's not a mandate, it's if they so wish.
Senate Republicans, however, argue the current election system has worked for generations. It's simple and easy to understand. In a statement, they also argue that, quote, recent elections by ranked choice voting in Minnesota haven't really changed the candidate quality or reduced negative campaigning like the advocates say it would. There's also a cost involved, with the bill setting aside $1.4 million to help cities and counties train staff and upgrade technology to make this change happen. Advocates argue the cost will be worth it, with voters having a strong voice and choice in their elections.
When we implement it, it will create and get us closer to the democracy that was meant to be. A democracy that is representative of everyone, a democracy that gives a voice to everyone.
If this bill does get passed this session, it would not go into effect until 2026. It's also important to understand that if there is a clear winner in a primary or an election, this ranked choice voting would have no effect on the outcome of that race. It would only come into play if there is not a clear majority winner in that race.